Australia's jobs market is beginning to wilt under the pressure of a slowing economy and a strong dollar. The unemployment rate edged higher in February as jobs were lost for the first time in 6 months. It's still below that of many countries hit by the global financial crisis, but analysts say there may be worse to come. Here's Philip Lasker.
The days of an Australian economy running in overdrive are long gone.
If 10 out of 10's a boom and 0 out of 10's a recession, we're running at about sort of 5 or 6.
That's not fast enough to prevent unemployment edging higher to 5.2% after more than 15,000 part-time jobs were lost last month.
You're going to need about 15,000 jobs a month to hold the unemployment rate where it is.
Tasmania and Western Australia were the only states where unemployment fell. The jobless rate rose sharply in Queensland despite its continued recovery from last year's floods. But this tells a more accurate story. Jobs growth over the past 12 months in resource-rich Western Australia has streaked ahead of Queensland, while the big states of Victoria and New South Wales are a major force in the opposite direction.
If you look at, the last few months, we've had really net shedding of labour, and annual employment growth now is pretty close to zero. So it confirms a fairly sluggish labour market.
There were also signs that people were giving up the search for work. Despite the softness, the upheaval we've been witnessing in the retail, banking and manufacturing sectors has yet to be reflected fully in these numbers.
So how that all pans out will pretty much be defined by what happens in the labour market, and that's why the labour market numbers are just so important at the moment.
A point reinforced this week by the interest rate setters at the Reserve Bank.
The unusual nature of the current forces means that we do need to watch things very closely here. An important indicator is likely to be the labour market.
Those forces, like the strong Australian dollar crushing parts of the economy, conservative consumers and a government chasing a surplus, leaves analysts predicting one outcome.
That this unemployment rate will push higher in the coming months.
And that might see interest rates pushed lower.